1 year ago, in February of 2025, Matthew Baloney of Puck fame reported that Kathleen Kennedy was leaving her post as head of Lucasfilm.
Kathleen Kennedy.
She's finally gone.
Kathleen Kennedy. It has been announced by Lucasfilm Disney Corporation that Kathleen Kennedy.
My inside sources 10 years ago told me that Kathleen Kennedy is finished.
That investor capitalism is why Kathleen Kennedy. We're, of course, parodying Midnight's Edge there, who is one of the many YouTubers who has announced Kathleen Kennedy's departure. It's become a huge meme that, I think the only time we reported on her departure is the last time it was announced.
Last time, Doomcock announced it.
We're about to go into that, but first, let me talk about this here powder.
The last time was one of the most credible. It sure seemed, this was a year ago, maybe 9 months ago. It seemed as though Disney had this thing all figured out, but they weren't ready to talk about it, and it just kind of leaked. And then, because major outlets were reporting it, reportedly, right. She's leaving. And then she was like, well, wait a minute, I haven't announced anything. I think they didn't have their ducks in a row yet. But she is leaving, and I don't know how much of it you're paying attention to, but she's saying a lot of crazy shit. Not crazy shit, but a lot. She's not towing the corporate line exactly on the way out. She's saying a few things on the way out that feel a little bit lame duckish.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I heard was she said Rian Johnson got spooked by the fan base, and then I saw on Twitter that Rian Johnson was like, "I'm not spooked. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, exactly. I guess he enjoys the last 10 years of this shit, perhaps.
To be fair, I think most people like his Star Wars best of that trilogy.
They do, yeah.
From what I've seen online. I mean, I don't like it, but there's certainly fans that don't like it. But I would say that I don't think he would be spooked. I think he'd feel like he could still make more Star Wars if he wanted to. The
exact quote was, once he made this is from Kathleen Kennedy. Once he made the Netflix deal and went off to start doing the Knives Out films, that has occupied a huge amount of his time. And then I do believe he got spooked by the online negativity. I think Ryan made one of the best Star Wars movies as a brilliant filmmaker, and he got spooked. This is the rough part. When people come into the space, I have every filmmaker and actor say to me, what's going to happen? They're a little scared. Of what? Nerd-rotic? I mean, fair enough.
You don't want your face in that thumbnail of nerd-rotic. Your eyes going in opposite directions.
Yeah, I'm I don't even know what emotion that's meant to be mocking. Surprise? But a few other just quick notes on that. She said something along the lines of, no one is interested in an Indiana Jones film right now. Just said that. I think somebody was like, do you think you'll be... Oh, and we haven't even said. So, yeah, they're handing it off to... it'll be co-chairs or co-presidents of Lucasfilm. Dave Filoni, who looks an awful lot like this. And and I think the other one, her name is Some Woman.
Some woman, yes.
Formally being replaced by Dave Filoni, plus another woman.
Somebody who's worked there for a long time, who's been at the executive level for a while. We just don't know. She's not a celebrity.
I feel like a lot of places are doing this. Didn't DC had split it up between two people, and Nintendo of America, after Doug Bowser retired, they split it up between two people, including some woman. And so it's I feel like I don't know what this is. Why there's so many we need two people in charge. Maybe it's
probably because if you have James Gunn, who is much more of a writer artist than he is an executive, right? But
maybe.
But the company also does need a strong creative direction. So you do need a creative lead. And then you also need an executive who's rigging the whole thing up, basically. I mean, it's maybe another way to think of it is director-producer relationship. Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier and Steven Spielberg and Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. Her name was Lin-Wen, or her name is. I don't think she changed it since the report. Lin-Wen Brennan. Okay. Lin-Wen Brennan, also known as Some Woman.
Some woman.
The cream of some young guy.
Who wants Chinese takeout? I know a great place.
I'll have the cream of some young guy.
Filoni serves as president and chief creative officer, while Brennan serves as co-president. You see?
Yeah.
And did we read that Mr. Filoni? I don't know if this is true or not. Somebody sent something that he did not care for Andor.
I saw the headline. I didn't read it because that's how things work nowadays.
That's how we do things.
But I believe it. Like he wants to do his
he wouldn't
like
make that show ever.
He wouldn't make that show. He would make some Filoni baloney. He would make, Ahsoka, Thrawn, Rebels, Clone Wars-y things.
I feel like I understand putting that dude in charge. I do. Obviously he has a sort of like a continuity creative vision for what Star Wars is. I've seen what he's done in live action, and I'm like, this guy's an animation guy. I don't think he's a director. I mean, he obviously needs Jon Favreau if he's going to do live action stuff, because when he doesn't have him, it seems to flounder to me, or it feels very flat, or feels very volumey.
Yeah, I mean, Ahsoka was. I did not like it. No, Rosario Dawson crossing her arms.
Well, she did that in the cartoon, you see, so she's got to do it in this one.
She's got to do it a lot.
I mean, the Andor thing, remember there was like in the making of Mandalorian, he went on a whole thing about like, George told us that it's about hope. These stories have to be hopeful. It's got to be about hope. And fair enough. Like, I don't think Andor is a story about hope. I think it might be a story about hopelessness.
I mean, it's barely Star Wars. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, it's like, I can understand why he might not enjoy something that has nothing to do with Star Wars in the slightest bit. Right? I'll always remember, I've said it a million times, I'll always remember that Tony Gilroy went out there he's on Seth Meyers being like, oh yeah, I was told by the studio to tell you all this. You don't have to like Star Wars to like this show. In fact, it has very little to do with Star Wars. I was like, what's going on? That like the sales pitch is that it's not really associated with the franchise.
I'm here for literally the pizza I'm supposed to deliver tonight is like, you do not have to know anything about Star Wars, like Star Wars, or anything.
But I can kind of understand that too with how things have been going.
If you want women to watch this thing. And like I feel like there are women who might enjoy it.
And the sequel trilogy didn't really inspire much love, no. So I can understand why you would be like, it has nothing to do with Star Wars. Yeah, and as soon as Kathleen Kennedy was like gone, they were like, Darth Vader is going to be at Disney World, Luke Skywalker, and everyone else. And it's like that should be obvious, but I don't know. There was very much of a sequel trilogy focus during the Kathleen Kennedy years. So. Yeah,
she was the one who wanted the Disney park to be, all that, those new kind of Lego looking stormtroopers and shit like that. Well, her legacy will be, obviously the sequel trilogy and Mandalorian, in her credit and, which is good. It really is. It's a cool thing. But, overall her legacy will be a fractured, dysfunctional, it's highly devalued Star Wars, but more than that, I think her legacy will live on in the form of many greenlit projects that died. And
yes, yeah.
Right? So
and also Cartman as Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah. Man, they put a stamp on that, see?
But then Kathleen Kennedy says, like, fuck it, make it more lame. And everyone in town is like, no, please, Kathleen Kennedy, stop ruining everything. But Kathleen Kennedy is all like, put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame.
But there was a report, this is from Screen Rant. They put together a list of Kathleen Kennedy on which Star Wars movies are still alive. According to her, these are still in flight to some degree. And she said, that's going to really be up to the new team to figure out.
You figure it out, guys.
So there's 7 of these fucking things. You want these?
Absolutely.
Number 1, Rian Johnson's trilogy put on back burner. The back burner.
Yeah, okay. So
how back is that burner, man? I mean, like,
not spooked, lol.
When is a project dead? I do feel like I can think of a few projects where you heard about them for years. Like the director was very interested in doing said movie, and then they do eventually do it. And it takes like years. Like one that comes to mind, I guess it wasn't really that long. I remember Darren Aronofsky was talking about The Fountain for a while. Before he finally, I think it was like 6 years or something before he finally made it. Another one is Quentin Tarantino was talking about Inglourious Bastards for a long time, throughout, I think probably post Pulp Fiction. He was talking about that for a while. Sly Stallone was going to be in it and all this other stuff. Eddie Murphy, I don't know. Adam Sandler. But, those movies actually got made. I do not think Rian Johnson's trilogy, 3 movies he's going to make. Number 2, a Dawn of the Jedi film on hold after incredible script. Dawn of the Jedi. Now, was that the Dave... I think that's the Mangold one.
Oh, really?
Remember, Mangold, the guy who did the Indiana Jones 5 and Walk the Line. I almost said Walk Hard. Walk hard.
Walk hard.
Hard.
I know, like, Benioff and Weiss were supposed to do one. The Game of Thrones original series guys.
And that was going to be like a Knights of the Old Republic thing as well, right?
Yeah, but then Game of Thrones did so poorly that...
They're like, see ya. If that's what you guys do, if that's what sticking the landing is. This one comes as a big shock to me. Maybe you'll remember this. Donald Glover's Lando project has a script. I'm going, like, by the time you make it, young Lando is going to be a whole lot older than Lando.
He's just going to be Lando.
He's going to be 50.
He's going to be sitting in the chair like in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, where he's like all horny for his daughter or something. Remember that? He's like, hey. That's a shock that dude's not. I mean, I wish no ill will upon Billy D. Williams, but I'm a little surprised that we haven't gotten that news article that he's dead. Yeah, it just feels slightly overdue to me. Taika Waititi's script. Quote, hilarious and great, says Kathleen Kennedy. So a hysterically funny Star Wars movie, dude, by Taika Waititi.
Oh, God.
Taika Waititi.
Some things are, it's so good that never happened.
Oh, it's so good.
What a blessing. What a blessing in life.
Hunt for Ben Solo. You ever heard of this project? The Hunt for Ben Solo.
I have heard of this recently, yes.
She says it's a possibility, but a risk. But Taika Waititi's comedy movie is not a risk. But doing like an established character that's like in universe that everybody actually liked is a risk. I mean, I don't know if I need to be hunting for the guy, but
there was somebody said like, oh, that wouldn't really make sense in continuity, and there was a comment that was like, somehow Palpatine returned. I think you can. I think we can get Ben Solo back.
Let's maintain this rock solid continuity. No mention of Daisy Ridley's Rey return. That thing seemed like it was picking up steam, didn't it? That was like the one project.
Yeah, they got her out on like Comic-Con stage. She was like, "I'm back. We're gonna do this with the power converters or whatever."
Like bypass the power converter. She's just like Han Solo. And then finally, Simon Kinberg's trilogy is still in development. Simon Kinberg, he gets a trilogy.
Everyone gets a trilogy.
We're thinking about giving you $1 billion.
We're just thinking about
it. We have no idea. But these are all movies, and they have not come out with a Star Wars movie since Rise of Skywalker in 2019 So, like...
Didn't Patty Jenkins, didn't she supposed to have like a Rogue Squadron movie?
No mention that here. And I was kind of like into that idea a little bit.
Yeah, there was a Rogue Squadron movie, Patty Jenkins. Yeah, I remember that.
At least call it Rogue Squadron 64 or something. Tie it directly to
the
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, put it on the box TV on
the retro box. Do you think that it would confuse normies to come out with something called Rogue Squadron when Rogue One already came out, or does that not cause any trouble?
I don't know.
Who knows? But Rogue, isn't it wild that Rogue One will be coming up on its 10th anniversary?
Yeah, I know.
And we just did Force Awakens 10th anniversary. We all did it together.
It doesn't feel real.
No, it's like they never really came out. It's like these proof of concept movies came out, and we all were part of a terrible focus group. But they're not real movies.
Destroying what had been a $4.05 billion investment. An investment that Disney will never see a return on, thanks to the vision and management of Kathleen Kennedy.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.